crafting journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. It's Friday! Payday! Bonus day. I've already spent the bonus. Have no fear. Oh, stretching my back. Stretching the back. Dancing. Dancing machine. Okay. It's Friday. You know what else happens today? My sister's moving in. She's coming tonight. Yep. But, you know, my house is big enough to accommodate her. Although I only have one bathroom. But I do have 3 bedrooms, plus this room that I do my filming in. So I'm going to have to move my yarn. A lot of yarn in that 3rd bedroom. And she's going to have to buy a bed. So for now, she's going to be sleeping on the couch. I have a futon that in Malia's room, the 2nd bedroom. My sister has slept on that futon before and hates it. So she will be sleeping on the couch. Malia hates it too, apparently. Apparently it's not comfortable. I've never slept on it. It's pretty, but it ain't comfortable. Anyway, I digress. So I am still on the same area because last night I came home and I decided I'm going to cross stitch. Well, I had decided that before I got home. What's wrong with this desk? It just wants to do what it wants to do. And that's not be tight. It's all loose now. Hold on. I don't know why. Okay, that's better. Let me show you what I'm working on. So one of my stitchy friends, Danielle, got a hold of me during the day and said, I want to start the witch. Because originally, before we had planned for all these other Halloween stitch-alongs, well, there's only one more Halloween. One more? Or 2? Yeah, there's another Halloween stitch-along. We had decided that we would do, out of last year's Halloween book, this witch. Let me show you the witch. There she is, right there. It's a gnome. It's a gnome witch. So I started working on it last night. I said, you know, Thursday's a quiet night. So I scheduled a Zoom because I like to cross stitch and talk to all my friends. And so I got started. And that's like the tip of her hat. Yeah. So it's not a busy day at work today. I'm the only one there. The other one girl's working remotely. Well, 2 girls are working remotely. Make that 3. 3 are working remotely, and the other 2 are out of town on vacation. Lucky for them. Yeah. So I did not work on the diamond painting. I love all the crafts. If you know me, you know I could be crocheting, I could be loom knitting, cross stitching, coloring. It doesn't matter. It may not always be diamond painting. I diamond paint during, you know, this show because it's just kind of the easiest thing to do on camera. Still working on with the dental tool. This little dental tool. Okay, that's what I call it. It's very cute. Oh boy. Yeah, so what else is going on? Yesterday was, you know, I came home from work and I got chicken wings. Yesterday was National Chicken Wing Day. I got some chicken wings and they were so good. But I was surprised when I got to the chicken wing. I ordered them on the app ahead of time, so I wouldn't have to wait long. So when I got to pick them up, he's like, oh, it's just going to be 3 minutes, which is great. But they weren't having any specials. There was no acknowledgement that it was National Chicken Wing Day. I thought, well, that's kind of weird. I'm the only one celebrating it. And with carrots and blue cheese. Oh, so good. So good. Although I feel like they're watering down the blue cheese. It's not, it just feels watered down to me. And they could be, you know, who knows, whatever. I go to this place called Wingstop. Yeah. But I have my own, like, blue cheese dip here at home. Anyway, I digress. That was yesterday's discussion. then, my sister had said, call me when you get home. Now, the last I had heard from her, she was going to get her stuff out of storage. And so I just thought, okay, it'll probably be the weekend. So I get a message about 4 o'clock. Call me when you get home. So I call her and she's like, okay, I stopped for the day. I said, what do you mean you stopped for the day? And I said, are you on your way? And she's, oh yeah. So she's like somewhere in northern Texas. So she still has like a 7-hour drive today. And she says she stops a lot. So it'll probably be 9 hours. So I shall be here after work tonight. But tonight, I will be on Mickey Sunshine Creates Live, where we will be working on our mystery diamond paintings. I've got 2 sections done. I'm going to open up a 3rd section. So far, all I see is pink. Just every shade of pink you can imagine. Have no idea what it is. But tune in, because hers, I think, well, I'm not going to say too much, but people are hot on the trail for what she's painting. Let's just say they're very warm. Because, well, I can't say any more about it because I don't want to give it away. No more hints. Nope. So if you are participating in the Mystery Diamond Painting event, please post your progress to the Facebook group Crafting Journey. If you're not in the Crafting Journey Facebook group, I think pretty much everybody in the mystery event is in the Facebook group. But if you would like to be in the Facebook group, you're just watching, please subscribe, hit the like button, and come over to the Facebook group and I'll let you in. You just have to answer a couple of questions. Yeah, because I'm nosy. No, it's to keep the bots out. I am nosy, though. And it's a fun little Facebook group because my Facebook group has all the crafts. We have colorists, crocheters, loom knitters, like you name it. And then once a week, I will choose a finished project to go up on the banner, which is a lot of fun. And then you'll get my Zoom link, so you'll know when I have Zooms, so you can come visit me in the Zooms. Yeah. So, and as long as we're talking about, the advertisement portion of the show, down in the description, you will find a link where you can become a Patreon of the channel or a member of the channel. And I just heard from YouTube that another thing is coming. It's not available to me yet. It's only available in selected locations. I am not one of them. You have to be monetized and be in one of those selected locations, but it will be coming to everybody soon. But what it is when you like when you're in the live, you can super chat. You can make a one-time donation by, where you type in your message during the live. Right next to that is a $sign, and you can click that $sign and you can donate money to the channel. Well, what they're going to do now, they've launched, and it'll pretty soon be available to everyone, is during an upload, like during my morning show every day. I'm not advocating you do this every day, but during something that's recorded, you will be able to make a one-time donation. You'll be able to, in the comments, hit a button to make a donation. Your comment will appear in a different color, and depending on how much you donated. I think it's a cool idea because not everybody goes live. I do. I just 2 years ago that was the thing. Everybody wanted to do a live. And now I've done it for so long, people would be disappointed if I didn't. And I enjoy them. But certainly the bread and butter of my channel is the Crafting and Crime daily show. And so in the future, you'll be able to donate directly to the channel through this, I don't know what they're going to call it. I don't know if it's super chat or super something or other. I don't know what they're going to call it. Anyway. Oh, And the other, okay, there's also a link in my description for January's stitch along. Next year we're going, the Crafty Heifer and I will be doing a stitch along. This is my first cross stitch event. It's going to be a year-long event. It's going to be another temperature event, and you don't have to do the same thing that we're doing. Crafty Heifer and I will be doing a bookshelf. The link in the description will take you to the Etsy shop that's selling that bookshelf pattern. I think it's $9. But there's lots of patterns out there to choose from that involve temperatures. You could choose a different pattern. You could crochet, you could loom knit, whatever you want. But that's next year. We got to finish up this year's crochet along. So, okay, that's the advertisement portion of the show. Okay, what national day is it? It is National Talk in an Elevator Day. Start a conversation in the elevator. Now, some people get in an elevator and they just like face the front and they don't say anything. It's like you're in the witness protection program or something. I never do that. I always, not always, but when I get into an elevator, I'm like the first one at the buttons. And I'll say to the person, okay, where are you headed? And they'll tell me where they're headed. And I might remark on their clothing. Hey, that's a cool shirt. Or hey, I like those shoes. Or and then when I get out or they get out, I say, have a great day. I think I got into the habit of that when I was working at my prior job as a risk manager, where you wanted to make everybody that came into your facility feel special and welcomed. So it's just a habit I got into. But you never know. You might strike up a conversation in the elevator and meet the man of your dreams. Now, I doubt it, because the elevators that I take to work, usually the people going in those elevators are headed to the Hart Place to get a calf. So, although, you know, dating somebody with a bad heart is not a terrible idea. If they've got a good bank account, it could be a good recipe for success. That's terrible. One foot on the banana peel, I always say, yes. And my name on the will. So get in an elevator. If you get into an elevator today, don't like seek out an elevator, but I get into an elevator today because I'm headed to work. I have my scruffy clothes on, like camouflage. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought the kitties weren't back there. They are. They're back in their place. Let me make sure you can see them. Yep. They're back there. Anyway, you probably already knew that. So, yes. So I get an elevator every day. So I will strike up a conversation today. You could even say, hey, did you know it's National Strike Up a Conversation in an Elevator Day? And they could go, or, oh, really? But listen, I live in Wichita, Kansas. Everyone here is friendly, really super friendly. They're just very down home, down to earth people. There are no pretensions about them. You know, when I used to live in South Florida, you know, everybody was pretentious, you know, and nobody would talk in the elevator except me. I talk anywhere. If you listen, I'll talk. Yeah. So, National Talk in an Elevator. Now, some people, I know you don't even leave your house. That's okay. You could just skip this day. Or you could just keep celebrating National Chicken Wing Day from yesterday. Oh, those chicken wings were so delicious. They really, really were. They weren't even, I was going to say I like mine a little crispier than those were, but they were not bad. They tasted like they weren't made fresh, I guess is what I'm trying to get. But they were still delicious because I just love chicken wings. And the fact that they had made them so fast, because when I put my order in on the app, it said 30 minutes. I got there in 10 minutes, and then he told me I only had to wait 3. So I think these things had already been made. But whatever. I enjoyed it. Um, I'm not dying of food poisoning or anything, so I guess I'm okay. All right, so I've been single placing these, but I really need to do some multi placing here. Multi placing. Yeah, let's get out a multi placer, shall we? Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, let's multi place because this is a very large area of this particular symbol. Yes, this whole area is just one symbol, one large area of color blocking. Okay, so what do you plan on doing this weekend? I will be on Mickey's show tonight. I do not know Jennifer's schedule, DP Addiction Adventures, with the new baby. I have no idea when or if she'll be on. I haven't spoken with her in a couple of days. I'm going to try to check in on her today, see how it's going. I doubt that there have been any decisions about the baby that have been made yet. It would have, the petition was filed last week for the mother to have the baby returned to her. And then it would have to be set for hearing. The judge would probably have the hearing and then make a decision, a written decision at a later time. So I doubt any decision has been made. So I'm confident that she still has the baby, but nevertheless, I don't know what her mental or emotional status is. So I'm going to check in on her. But she may be going live. I think it's good for her. She went live on Tuesday night, and gosh darn it, we had a great time. Oh my God, it was one of the most fun lives I've been to in a while. Because we had D-Nick and Crashley and Tia, and it was just a lot of fun, I will say. Anyway, so that's Friday night. That's tonight. My sister will be here. We'll probably go shopping tomorrow, grocery shopping, because I don't know what she likes to eat. She has some, she may have some dietary preferences. I need to go to Joann's to pick up some floss or Hobby Lobby. I don't know if I'm going to get out that way to Hobby Lobby. Maybe I'll swing over to Michael's. I've not been to Michael's in a while. But actually, Joann's is the closest to me. I don't know. It's a dilemma. Yes, it is. Okay, so we need to write that into my journal. What did I say today? National Talk in an Elevator Day. Yes, I have therapy today at 2 p.m. Okay, talk in an elevator day. And then we'll have this day in history. Yesterday, this happy planner is a vertical planner. It's, it has the rows that go up and down. Now, the other type of planner you can get, the rows go horizontally, the days of the week. Happy Planner yesterday, and I don't know if it's still today, go to happyplanner.com, but Happy Planner had 70% off some of their planners. So I had been wanting to try one that's called a dashboard. So what that is on one side it has areas where you can do lists and things like that, and then the other side has squares for the day of the week. I want to try the dashboard, so I got an 18-month calendar, which starts July, so I will have missed a month of that calendar. So I'm going to switch over from this Happy Planner to the dashboard planner and see if I like it better. But yeah, so I put a sticker here for today. It says, "There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. My sister's coming." There was many years where my sister and I did not speak. And we came to realize within the last 5 years that my mother was behind this. She would go to my sister and tell very cruel stories about me, things I might have allegedly said about her or done to her. You know, my mother is a very manipulative person. So, and then she would do the same to me. She'd come to me and she'd be like this. So we just avoided each other. And then we started comparing notes, and both of us turned on our mother. We're like, Mom, why did you do that to us? And now we're like best friends. Although she told me when she went to get her stuff out of storage yesterday, she couldn't find her diamond paintings. Oh no. We'll get her some new ones. Well, I've got plenty here I've got tons that she can diamond paint for sure. Yeah. She will not be without a diamond painting. And she could never diamond paint because she lived in such a small home. And I think that was one of her frustrations, is that she was living in such a small space and her significant other would not make any effort to keep the place clean and organized. Because, it's perfectly okay to live in a tiny space. A lot of people are doing it. It's the latest fad. But you have to stay clean and organized or it's going to look like hell. Yeah. And I'm going to help my sister stop smoking. Yes, yay. I'm excited. Because she really needs to. Like, my mom had lung cancer twice. So, that does run in my family. So I don't want that to happen to her. And then I'll have somebody to chit-chat with at night, It'll be nice. Okay, we are jamming, painting away. Oh, I can get out my dental tool again. Here we go. Here we go. Oops. You have a cavity. Let me fill it in. I do feel like a dentist with this, but I like it. Okay, what's going on? Oh, we got to talk about the trial. Okay, judge, jury, and jury. Yes, yesterday I was so busy at work yesterday. Computer issues, let me just say this. My company, I work for Ascension. Ascension has outsourced all of the IT to India. So, hello, my name is Bob. Bob, how can I help you? And I just cringe. And so, yeah. So I had a computer issue yesterday, and let's just say things did not go well. Because I couldn't understand what the heck she was saying. And it was, my coworker was laughing at me because she could hear the phone call. She could hear the other end of the phone call. And she's laughing and texting my boss, like, Rebecca's going to need help. And because I got locked out of this Adobe program. I can do the basic Adobe, but I need the advanced Adobe, and I got locked out of that advanced Adobe. And I have to wait 3 days. They had to purchase some special license and whatever. Anyway, it was a crazy day at work. All right, so day 2 of the Nathanial Rowland trial. So it started out very interestingly. One of the jurors sent to the judge a question. And I thought it was a very intelligent question. So we had testimony the day before from an officer that, where the body was found is a very rural area, that the closest business is the mini mart, and that they had gone to the mini mart, checked the surveillance footage. It was too dark to make out any of the vehicles. There was vehicles that passed, but they really couldn't make out what kind of vehicles they were and things like that. So the juror sent this question: do you have to drive by the mini mart to get to the scene of the crime? or is there another way to get to the scene of the crime? Which I thought was a very interesting question, and would kind of like to know the answer to that. So the judge said to the prosecutor and the defense team, so what do you think? Are we going to let the jurors ask questions? And both sides said no, we're not. And he says, I'll answer this. We can answer this question if you want to. I suspect they didn't know the answer to that question. They would have to get that witness back on the stand to answer the question. Because the question wasn't for the lawyers, the question was for the witness, and the witness had already been excused and released. He was no longer under subpoena. So they said, no, we're not going to allow questions. So the judge brings the jury back, and he explains to them that the jury asking questions is not something that is uniform across the country. There are some courtrooms that will allow it, some that will not. He says, I prefer that you listen carefully to the evidence, then when your time comes to deliberate, that these questions that you have is something that is part of your deliberations with the other people, the other 12 people. Okay. I happen to like jury questions because usually they're very insightful. They will think of things that you never dreamed of, And I've been in trials. I've had trials where jurors ask questions, and I would just shake my head and go, wow, I never thought of that, Because most jurors are very intelligent people. Anyway, then we have a canine officer put up on the stand. And the rest of the testimony that I'm going to talk about today all had body cam footage accompanying it. The canine officer, he wasn't on a call. He didn't have a call to go to at this point when the officer was... so between calls, there had been a bolo put out for this vehicle because it had already been seen on video, so they knew the type of the vehicle. Now, what I don't know is if this was the same day or the next day, but in any case, it was very, very early in the morning. I suspect it was not the same day as the murder. But see that I have a jury question. I'm going to have to go back and listen to see what day this was with respect to the day that she disappeared. Because I kind of missed that. But anyway, so he's on the lookout for this vehicle. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. He's on the lookout for this vehicle between calls. He sees the vehicle. So he gets behind the vehicle. He doesn't put his lights on. He follows it for a little while, and it's making turns here and there. He finally pulls the guy over. He gets on the radio, tells other people that he's following this vehicle, is getting ready to stop it. By the time he makes the stop, there's a backup vehicle on the scene as well. So he approaches the vehicle. This is all on video, so you can see it. He approaches the driver's side. There is a passenger in this vehicle, a black female. The backup officer approaches the passenger side. You see him ask, say, can I have your driver's license? And you see him, he's kind of like leaning back. He's got a hoodie on with the hood up. It says Puma. They said it was gray. It looked white to me because, it's nighttime and with the lighting and everything. And he's just kind of chillaxing, and he's like mumbling. And I think what he said was he left his license at the bar. He didn't have it with him. So the officer says, well, I need you to step out of the vehicle. So the door opens. He gets out of the vehicle. He's like, "Why did you pull me over?" And the officer's starting to answer him. And as he's starting to answer him, this guy books it, like just turns around and just hauls butt. So, and this canine officer was not in the best shape. So he's like, chasing this guy. Anyway, he loses him. So, he gets on the radio. He's on foot pursuit. He's chasing the guy. You're going to hear from an officer later on that found the guy. They did find him and apprehend him. But so this guy, you hear him going, he didn't get very far. So they said, "Well, what'd you do after that?" He said, "I went back to the vehicle because there was a passenger in the vehicle." We didn't find out much about the passenger. I don't know if she will be a witness later on. She wasn't talking, and neither was this Nathaniel. He wasn't, when he got apprehended, he wasn't talking either. And it looked to me, when he got out of the vehicle, he had a white, like I said, he had the white hoodie on with the hood up, and then he had these like do-rags on underneath the hood of the hoodie, and then he had the sweatpants on that matched the hoodie. And the officer said they were gray. They looked white to me, but there was no blood stains on them. Clearly no blood stains. So this must have been a different night, I'm thinking. So when this officer returns to the vehicle, he decides, he asks the passenger to step out. She steps out. She goes to the front of the vehicle, and there's other officers on the scene by now. So he starts to search the vehicle. He had smelled the odor of marijuana when he approached the vehicle, and that was one of the questions he asked him too. "Have you been smoking marijuana?" And he said, "Yeah, earlier in the day." So he found marijuana, like shavings, on the carpet of the car. So that gave him probable cause to search the vehicle. So between the driver's seat and the console, he found a cell phone which was rose gold. He found a keychain with a pink, one of those spiral keychain holders that was pink, in the back seat, in the door, in the, those little places in the door that you have to store things. He found a set of keys there. He put the phone and the keys on the top of the vehicle. Now, we don't know who those belong to yet. I have no idea yet. It was an iPhone. So he opens the trunk of the vehicle and backs up, he's like, and they don't show this on the footage because apparently there was a large quantity of blood in the trunk of this vehicle, and footprints on some of the windows. So at this point he's like, okay, search is done. I'm calling in the crime team to process this vehicle. Clearly something adverse has happened here, and I'm no longer, like at that point he didn't want his fingerprints anywhere on that vehicle other than where he had already searched. So they call the crime scene to come get the vehicle and process it. Yeah, we're going to hear all that later. In addition to the large quantity of blood in the trunk, there was bleach. Bleach, cleaning products. Yeah. So one of the other officers, this next officer to testify, he came to this, he heard this foot pursuit going on. So, he heads to that area, finds the guy, and apprehends him. And then we hear from a different officer, you know, they handcuff him, they put him on the ground, and he's like, I got the flu and I'm having trouble breathing. So they said, well, sit down and, you know, just sit up straight and you'll be able to breathe. Well, he keeps complaining that he's having trouble breathing. So, and then the other officer finally gets to the scene. He goes over, he reads him his Miranda rights. And they did show that so that now the jury knows, okay, he's been read his rights. But this guy is not talking. He is not answering any questions. The only thing he's saying is, I can't breathe and I've got the flu. So they call EMS. They call EMS to the scene. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the next witness, one of the EMS officers, but according to this officer that read him his Miranda rights, he walks him over to the ambulance. He was not really cooperating. They had to kind of drag him because it was like he was having trouble walking, and I don't know why. He was just running like a gazelle. I don't know why he's having trouble walking now, unless he pulled a muscle or something. But literally, that guy could run fast. So they take him over to the ambulance, and according to this officer, not cooperative with the ambulance people either, the EMS, not answering any questions. Bottom line is, they check him out, nothing's wrong with him, they release him back into the custody of the police officers, who take him back over and sit him down. Or actually, at that point, they put him in the back of the vehicle. So that is where we're at with this trial. So I will try to listen to much more today. Now, some of you already know the outcome of this trial, because this trial just happened last week. So it's a very, very recent trial. However, you know, I still want to bring it to you, still want to bring you my perspective on the evidence, and yeah, it's still fun to listen to what happened during the trial. Okay. This day in history, I don't even remember. It was something important, or interesting, nonetheless. This day in history, the Blair Witch Project is released in theaters. This was 1999. Now, I don't remember it being in 1999. And I don't remember where I was when I first watched it. I don't think I watched it in the theaters. But this was a film that, very interesting. It was these two young filmmakers. They went into the woods of Burkittsville, Maryland. They had a team of 3 actors that they hired. The actors did the filming. So all the filmmaking was done by the actors. And what these 2 young filmmakers did that were directing this is they would give secret messages to each of the actors about how to improvise the next scene. So it was a series of scary events, unexplained phenomena such as strange noises, piles of stones being inexplicably rearranged. The trio never returns to civilization, but their film equipment is supposedly found. Why do I get these pop-ups all the time? I can't wait to get my new iPad. God. I just got a formula pop-up. So somebody finds their film equipment, and they show the footage, and this becomes the Blair Witch Project. And that's the whole premise of the film, that it's about 3 filmmakers that go into they're exploring the legend of the Blair Witch. And for a long time, a lot of people, there was, conspiracy theories that this was true. There really was a Blair Witch. No, entirely fake. It's all made up. So these 3 filmmakers, they go into the woods, they make a film, they're never found again. Somebody finds the footage, and the footage becomes what we're seeing on the screen. And this thing made $250 $50 million in the box office. Was featured on the cover of Newsweek and Time magazine. I mean, these guys did an excellent job. They were college students from the University of Florida, Central Florida. Not, yeah, two different colleges, sorry. University of Central Florida. And the footage was kind of grainy, it was poor quality, like something you might expect from some amateur filmmakers. Now, I remember, because I don't like horror movies, but I like this kind of movie where the things are implied. Like, you don't have gross blood and gore. Like, I like scariness that it's implied. And so I did enjoy this film. My recollection is I didn't care for the ending, and I don't even remember what the ending was. I would like to go back and watch that. Maybe my sister and I will watch it this weekend if we can find it. It's got to be on Netflix or something. When you think, let's see if that's available anywhere. I'm curious. Let's find out. We could ask Google. Is the Blair Witch Project available on a streaming channel? Hulu. I've had Hulu. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna get me some popcorn, get in bed, bundle up, and watch it on Hulu. Yeah, that'll be fun. And I'm gonna talk to somebody in the elevator and tell them I'm watching Blair Witch Project tonight. Anyway, 1999. What was I doing in 1999? I had already graduated from law school. Graduated from law school in 97. 1999. Wow. I got divorced in 97. I think I was partying it up in 99. I was doing the country bars, two-stepping. Guys, I gotta go to work. Gotta go to work. Work. What time is it? Okay. I'll make it. Have a great day. Hopefully I will see you tonight in Mickey Sunshine Creates Live. It's a lot of fun when the two of us get together. She is probably my best friend in the whole world. Love her to death. Yes. Hi, honey. She's not going to see this. She's behind. And yeah, I hope I see you there. That will be at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So take a look at that, and I hope to see you there. Tomorrow will be the Saturday edition of the morning show, and Sunday I will be doing a live again with Mickey Sunshine Creates. She will be on my channel at 11 Central. I will be live. We will be doing our mystery painting, but I will also have special guest Brian Diamond Painting Elliott. He and I we're going to kick off his stitch along, which is Hocus Pocus, I Need Coffee to Focus. All right, let me try that again. Hocus Pocus, I Need Coffee to Focus. It's a pattern that is in... Who farted? Good God. Anyway, it's a pattern that's in the latest edition of Just Stitch magazine, the Halloween special edition. I wish. I don't know what I'm feeding her these days, but she's got the gas. She's laying right here, just, blissfully unaware that she just farted. Gotta go. Love you all. See you this weekend. Take care.